I just laugh at the fact that PBC and Aerosmith fans get really emotional when you make videos. They say I don't know what I'm talking about, but then, or I never know what I'm talking about, but then why do you watch the videos? Why are you subscribed to my channel? Why are you so emotionally attached to where you respond to a video that I make? If you don't care what I have to say, why the fuck is you watching my video? Just a question, just some food for thought. But nevertheless, anyway, let's get to the NBA, man. First of all, for those who don't think the NBA has been exciting throughout the playoffs, man, you sadly mistaken. No, what's exciting is no LeBron James. And it's not a guarantee that KD is going to go to the finals. It's not a guarantee that the Clippers is going to the finals. But you have some of these young guns. Troy Young, Booker. Then you got some veterans. You got James Harden that's searching for a ring. So you got some good storylines, man. And like I said, you got the young Atlanta Hawks led by, Trae Young, the 22-year-old sensation. That win was big. Do people understand how big a win that was? Do I dare say, I don't want to say that because it's too soon to say who the Atlanta Hawks remind me of, but, they ain't defensive savvy like that particular team. But boy, as far as scoring and fast-paced basketball, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Hawks going to be able to pick up some key free agents in the offseason. They could build a team around Trae Young. So you going to get people now wanting to come to Atlanta and play now. The Hawks look damn good. Now, like I said, now the question, the Bucks in a 7-game series. Because we just don't know what's going to happen out of this series. Now, like I said before, Philly could easily win Game 6 and force a Game 7. They could easily do that. But we will have to see. And you know what? Paul George, he must have been listening to these videos, which is good. And the funny thing about it, these guys, they try to pretend like they don't listen to the internet, they don't listen to YouTube and all that stuff, and that they don't care what we think. But in reality, they do. Just like the Aerosmith fans care what I think, because they just hilarious how mad they get when you make videos not sucking up the Aerosmith. It's just hilarious. And that's why I keep making those videos, because I know it bothers them. Okay? So, it's just funny, but I'm gonna keep making those videos. But man, I'm really impressed with the Atlanta Hawks. I really am. They were the underdogs in this series. People was expecting this series to be over in 5 games. People expected Philly to mop the floor with them. But the vulnerabilities that you're seeing in Philly is just like really showing up. Like I said before, I think if they lose this series, I really think that they're going to start shopping Ben Simmons around. Like I said, hell of a point guard, hell of a defender, but he's a scoring liability at times. Well, he's a scoring liability at a lot. So, but yeah, man, the series has been fire, man. That's just the series has been fire. The playoffs itself has been fire, especially with LeBron James going home. In the first round, you just like it's just hilarious. But you kind of saw all the signs that they was gonna get knocked out of the playoffs early, the way they struggled. Keep in mind, at one time they was the best team in the league, arguably, and then all of a sudden as the season went on, they just started slipping by the waistline, just started slipping, falling, couldn't get up. They were slipping, falling, for real. So they was just slipping. Now Brooklyn, we had high expectations for Brooklyn because at the end of the day, Brooklyn tried to go out and get everybody and their mama. They tried to sign me, but I told them no. They literally tried to sign everybody. So, but I told them no. I told them I was too old. So, so, yeah. So, like I said, I turned the Brooklyn Nets down, and then plus, I didn't want to, have to move to New York. So, but it is what it is. I'm really anxious to see how Milwaukee is gonna bounce back. I want to see if Milwaukee gonna have enough fight in them to at least force a game 7. I just want to see if they're gonna have enough in there, because these are the type of series you just be like, wow. Because that game, in all reality, the Bucks should have won that game, and they blew a 17-point lead. But then again, KD was on the floor, and this is why I say KD is special. I know at times KD, sometimes, like I said before, he shouldn't respond to everything that somebody says about him. But to a certain degree, I kind of like that because he out there. Sometimes people get mad when people say, these dudes, they don't acknowledge us. And, well, KD, you catch KD at the right moment, he'll acknowledge you. You may not like how he's going to acknowledge you, but he will acknowledge you. So that's kind of cool to a certain degree. But then sometimes he shouldn't respond to everything. I would love a Hawks in the Suns final. Like, ain't nothing wrong with traveling to the ATL. The ATL is the ATL has been a up and coming media market for a while, for literally the last 10 years. Like I said, they film a lot of TV shows there. Tyler Perry had this gigantic studio out there that a lot of film companies use. I know they used it to film certain scenes from both Venom movies. I know Tyler Perry shoots a lot of his shows that come on BET Plus. So a lot of stuff get done in Atlanta. Atlanta is like the new Black Hollywood, though. And then plus they got the big fight coming up at the State Farm Arena with Tank and Mario Barrios. That's in about 2 weeks. Well, it's a little less than 2 weeks. So that's coming up. So I think that would be great. I think Atlanta going to the finals would be great for the league. Like I said, they got the young gun and Troy Young. They got a very young team. And I think they only gonna get better. I think the Hawks is gonna be a serious championship contender next year. I think they make a couple of acquisitions in the offseason. I think the Atlanta Hawks is going to be a serious, and when I say a serious championship contender. I think it'll be great for the league. Oh, yeah, he is. He is. Like I said before, the NBA should have been preparing for life after LeBron like about 3 years ago. When all these young guns was getting drafted. I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, you got Donovan Mitchell. You still got Giannis at 26 years old. Now, KD and Stephen Curry, those guys' careers are winding down. But the league will be fine. You got Devin Booker. Devin Booker is only like 23 or 24. The league, this is a young man's league now. So, It's a young man's league now, and you have to, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the NBA is always about passing the torch. You know, MJ, when he left, he had to give it up to Kobe and Shaq and Allen Iverson for a few years. Then, you know, LeBron came, and now LeBron had his reign, and now it's time to pass it. You know, LeBron, and then KD came later on, so now it's time to pass the torch to these young cats. Like I said, the league got a lot of talent, man. You got LaMelo Ball. You just got a lot of talent. You got Luka. Luka only like 20. Luka is only like 22. So I mean, like I said, the league is gonna be in good hands. But you have to prep it for the next generation. And like I said before, Adam Silver been relying too heavily on LeBron. And LeBron, to me, and I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of the LeBroniacs or the LeBron sexuals ain't gonna want to hear this. I could just tell by the way LeBron James has been talking on social media, you know, via Twitter and you know, what's the other one, Instagram and stuff. I really think LeBron James is fighting it to try to come back. And I really think LeBron James should consider retirement, because at the end of the day, LeBron James has nothing to prove. And he keep hinting that it's hard for him to continue to play. Once again, LeBron James is 36 going on 37. LeBron James will be 37 years old. So LeBron James will be, I say this again, Ja too, Randall, all them guys. LeBron James will be 37 once again, December 29th. Going into his 19th season? At the end of the day, it's looking like LeBron is trying to, you know, come back. Now it's going to appear that he's stat chasing. I don't think this Laker team, unless they make some dramatic changes in the offseason, I don't think this particular Lakers team is going to be a favorite to come out the West again. I think they will have another early exit out the playoffs. If you really look at this particular Los Angeles Lakers roster, they don't strike fear in anybody. Anthony Davis, like I said, it's always a countdown when Anthony Davis is going to get hurt. It's always a countdown of when Anthony Davis is going to get hurt, and then when he gets hurt, how many games is he going to miss? You don't fear the Lakers because you know eventually Anthony Davis is going to get hurt. Then LeBron James is going to get dinged up. Like I keep saying, LeBron James needs to accept the fact that his best years is behind him, far behind him. Me, myself, I think LeBron James, and I didn't want to put this out there because people would have said I was crazy. To me, LeBron James should have retired last year when they won that championship in the bubble. People can sit up there and say it wasn't a real championship. Well, the record books say it is a real championship. We can holler. We was under extreme conditions last year. It was no reason for LeBron to come back. So now it looked like LeBron James is a guy that's just stat chasing if he comes back. It's like, okay, you just coming back because you trying to catch Kareem and you want to surpass Kareem, which, like I said, that's still going to be tough because LeBron James still hasn't passed Karl Malone. And like I said before, LeBron James still would have to play at least 2 to 3 more years to pass Kareem. You shouldn't play just because you want to, you shouldn't play because you're trying to break a record. And I know people say records are meant to be broken. Okay, but look what you're going through to try to break that record. It's clearly that you just trying to break the damn record. LeBron could have walked off in the sunset last year. He could have said, you know what? I got a ring. AD got a ring. I got my 4th ring. But LeBron James, he's so caught up in this thing where he has to try to win 2 more or 1 more to at least catch up with Kobe or catch up with MJ. And I just don't think he's going to be able to do it, especially at the tender age, and I mean seriously tender age of 37. It's just going to be tough. LeBron is already hinting that he's all broke up. And my thing is, why do you keep coming back, man? Like I said, nobody is going to be in fear of this Lakers roster. Nobody is scared of LeBron James anymore. You see, Phoenix wasn't. Phoenix sent them home packing. The fear of LeBron James is gone now. And people know that he's old now, and people see that. So this is what I keep saying, why the league need to prepare for life after LeBron. They need to start letting LeBron fade to black. Start talking about these other dudes. They need to treat him like the veteran that he is and stop trying to have him still carrying the league, because he don't have to carry the league anymore. The league will be fine. Yeah, so appreciate that. I'm just saying. LeBron don't have to be a hero no more. It's like I said before, it's just time to start fading LeBron James off. They don't have to show every Laker game on TNT or TBS or ABC now. Because like I said before, the games and the teams that people should be focusing on, they should try to show more Charlotte Hornet games, more Phoenix Suns games, more Milwaukee Bucks games. Every week you don't have to show a Laker game. Because like I said, this particular Lakers team ain't gonna be no championship contender. Even with LeBron. They're not. And people got to accept the truth. Oh, man, I don't care about no Stan Van Gundy. That man ain't never won nothing in his life. This the same dude that got railroaded by Pat Riley. Pat Riley rolled his ass out of town and took over the team and won a championship. So I don't think very much of Stan Van Gundy. And then, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like that little thing he did to Dwight Howard, where he tried to publicly say that Dwight Howard tried to get him fired. I think you need to keep that kind of stuff behind closed doors. Because if that's a player talking like that, they would have had a fit. So that's why I just felt some kind of way about him. I never rooted for him because I felt like he did some old weak stuff. He did that same crap Larry Brown. Like I said, Larry Brown, that's a dude I can't stand that dude. Serial quitter coach. He get all that credit for winning that championship even though the Detroit Pistons was ready to go. That was a ready-made team. That team was a well-oiled machine, and I keep saying that Rick Carlisle would have won a championship with that team if they had been patient. That Detroit Pistons team was just ready to go. Larry Brown just walked into a good situation. They didn't win because of Larry Brown. They won because they was just that good on defense. You know, you had Rasheed Wallace, you had crafty veterans, Rasheed Wallace, you had Chauncey Billups, then you had Tayshaun Prince. I mean you had Ben Wallace. That team was like immaculate as far as defense went. They slowed it. Keep in mind that particular Detroit Pistons team almost swept the Lakers. They demolished them. They demolished that Lakers team. But yeah, can't stand Larry Brown. Got all that credit for nothing. Like I said, they would have won with Rick Carlisle. Like I said, he just came into a good situation. It's the same thing that happened with John Gruden in Tampa Bay. And then again, Callahan, like I said, helped John Gruden win that Super Bowl. You notice John Gruden never got close to ever winning the Super Bowl again? I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that. Because like I said before, Rick Carlisle won in Dallas. Rick Carlisle went to Dallas and won, but then again, that Dallas team, believe it or not, was kind of stacked. They had a lot of like veterans. They had Jason Kidd. They had quite a few. I can't remember who exactly, but that Dallas Mavericks team was better than what people thought they was going to be. Like I said, Rick Carlisle would have won with that Detroit Pistons team. I guarantee. I don't promise you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. He would have won with that. He would have won with that Detroit team he had. And by the way, Rasheed Wallace should be in the Hall of Fame. And we gonna try to get Chauncey in there too. And to be honest with you, you might can make an argument that Tayshaun Prince is a Hall of Famer. Hey, he's not a first ballot, but as far as like Tayshaun Prince, like I said, he slowed Kobe down in that series. He didn't like shut him down, but he neutralized Kobe. So yeah. Yeah, I know my basketball, man. Like I said, Kobe Bryant, Tayshaun Prince bothered the hell out of him. Like I said, he gave Kobe fits. He made Kobe work for every shot. And then they were just telling, he smothered Kobe Bryant. I mean, he was on Kobe Bryant like a cheap suit. And the funny part about it is, nobody really ever was able to do that to MJ. I'm just going to keep it 100. So, you know. But Kobe Bryant did make that shot to keep them from getting swept. Because they was going to get swept. and that would have really hurt them. They was about to. So, you know, but yeah, that Detroit Pistons team was, woo, man. I was one of the very few people when that championship happened, now I wasn't on YouTube then. YouTube wasn't even out then. YouTube, I think, was like 2 years away. But I was one of the very few people that actually picked Detroit to win that series. And as far as media go, I laugh because this is just hilarious. I don't know if you guys know, Max Kellerman, who was the original host of Around the Horn, Max Kellerman went to like Fox for like a short time, but he came back to ESPN. And Max Kellerman was one of the only people that picked Detroit to win that series. So I give Max Kellerman credit. He was the only one, him and somebody else. It was only Max Kellerman and somebody else that picked Detroit to win that series. I picked Detroit to win that series. I said Detroit would win it. And the funny thing was, I said Detroit would win it in 6 games. But they damn near swept the Lakers. I think they pushed the panic button with Rick Carlisle and ran him out of town. Because like I said, all the tools were there for him to win. Just like I keep saying, that particular team, anybody asked the coach, I probably could have. That Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that beat the Raiders, I think I could have coached them and they would have won a Super Bowl. Because they was really good on defense. But then again, they knew every damn thing the Raiders was going to do thanks to Callahan. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I'll be back in like 30 minutes with the boxing video. So tap in. I'm out.